Welcome back to Final Fantasy 16. It's time to return to the hideaway after getting our asses handed to us by Barnabas, or Odin, whatever you want to call him. I mean, he literally did kick our ass. One-handed, I think, as well.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
New items now available at Karen's Toll. New crafting recipes at the Black Hammer. New missives have been delivered to my chain, so that's messages. Is that it? No, we got new hunts as well, and we got some renown to cover. Let's go read the notes first. While we're at it, we can check out.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Do you have to?
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say, I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
After all that whinging she did at me for accusing her of it earlier, she actually did do it anyway.
Still alive, are ya?
Oh
If you're
yeah,
gonna buy
yeah.
some,
Let's
be
see, we
quick
got a
about
rune
it.
blade, which is actually better by 5 and 5.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
And a rune belt, which is 3 less on health, but 1 more on defense. But we haven't upgraded it yet.
You'll not find a better price than that.
And rune crescent, which is the same on health and 2 better on defense. Is that? Yeah, 2 better on defense.
It'd better all be here.
And a bit random crap. Replenish our potions from the fight.
You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are ya?
Yeah, I'm finished.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
I'd like to reinforce my rune blade, please. We needed the insignia for it. There we go. That's an extra 10 to both.
You can thank me later.
And another 10 to both.
Yeah, that should do you.
Make a rune belt too. Gives us 4 more defense.
My best work, but it'll do.
And 3 and 3.
You can thank me later.
I go through all this effort, and then what's the bet? And I unlock something in a minute that just beats it straight up 8 right anyway. And we need to use to upgrade the
My
crescent.
best work, but it'll do.
And
Yeah, that should do you.
awesome. Right. They said
it's
party
knowledge
makeup
you
has
seek,
changed. Does that mean we can... Yeah, Joshua. Let's go with Ash and Grey. He can match me then. We can be cool. Let's go read some notes. Excuse me, boys. There we go, the hangman sign. Continental sensor. On our own terms. I regret that both you and Lump had to get it all tangled up in a wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left long to fester, and with that finally done, I might be I could sit back and enjoy the new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. Duty, my lord Marquess. In your absence, shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I'm able. I only ask that you do the same for his grace. From Ute. And Quinton. Come up again to thank you all for all you have done for Lostwing, so in lieu of any awkward whatever that says, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. Can only hope that you finally turn off that foamy swill of yours and yours so covet. Cool. None of this did. Let's go check it. We've got new hunts as well and some new renown to spend.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic?
What up, Nectar? See what we got there. We got 3 new ones. So we got obviously got the dog that I forgot about, which is in Darmekia. We got a chocobo called Dread Comet. Vendors of Tabor speak of wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby Badlands but also their dreams, for it exhibits a ferocity rarely seen in this species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must needs to be put down. Yeah, I was reading that right. It threw me off the way it was done. And then we got an unusual one, but it's called the Man in Black. Greater part of those black shields who spied on Lostwing were taken by the Etherflet. However, we have received reports that one yet survives. The zealot of their evil cause who persists in delivering any bearer who strays too close to his hiding place to a gruesome death. Alathi has heretofore proved more than a match for the curse breakers sent to slay him. It's only a B rank, that one. That's Lostwing Sambrek. That's the Sickle Darmekia, and that's south of Tabor Darmekia. So we'll go do those as well. Let's check out what we've got from
How may I
Desiree.
help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Talisman of Priming.
Here you are. All done?
Yep. Cheers, bro. What is a Talisman of Priming? Increases Lionheart tonic duration by 30 seconds. It's crap. I don't think I've ever used a Lionheart tonic in all fairness. Let's speak to Otto.
Clive? But if you're here, Where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Like father, like daughter. Search midst dungeon. It's not really a dungeon, is it? It's supposed to be a workshop. Can I go anywhere though? Because... yeah, the place is now opened up a bit.
If Amber and the Lazarus...
So we'll find these two missing bits and then we'll do some of them
Do you
hunts.
think Sid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
Inspect the desk. Surely she would have noticed anything then.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Continue searching the dungeon.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Oh, well. To say, surely there should be a marker, but there isn't.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Midador, I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I record your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. Going to have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
I haven't got a clue on that one. You lost me, mate. Normally when someone say their best invention, they mean their child, don't they, really? But...
Well, did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything? I think Sid may have hidden something inside it. Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Inspect the orchestra.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to Mid and the others? What will we find? I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
I broke it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Inspect.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before. They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Whatever I was supposed to find, I guess.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
It's more like a grenade to me than anything. Hey, we got like 8,200 AP to spend.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
Completely forgot about Dion, in all honesty.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
And we got a couple of side quests and all that to do now, so... This one here has a plus on it, which normally means that we get something out of it. So, seems like a good place to start. While we're at it, we can try and maybe do some of them hunts. Let's see what he's got to say first. It's August, of course it is. Means more dicking about with Blackwall.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
We'll beat him up together then, yeah?
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Ah. Back with Pester and Blackwall to find out what's wrong with him for a third time. Means we'll probably get some more like blueprints to craft, which is like I said, as soon as we crafted all those weapons and armor, we'll end up getting more. Yo, Blackthorn.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together, back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Well done, Blackthorn. Stop being a little bitch. That does actually help us out, because we were supposed to go near Tabor for a hunt, so we may be able to kill two birds with one stone here. Yeah, we're supposed to go there. Which means if I go here, then we should be able to do the hunt at the same time. So, let's go and have a quick peek at which hunt was in
If it's knowledge you
Tabor.
seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
They really need to put like a thing on the menu where you can just access the hunts you've got once you've read them. So I don't have to keep coming back here. It was... Save the table and our mech here, so it's the dog. Which should be really easy. Well, it's a pack. Should be really easy because it's a C rank, so... Yeah. Let's go to Tabor. So I found the pack, which is the Tabor Hunt. They're surprisingly easy to find, actually. There's Tabor right there, and there's a little offshoot right here. First place I went, and I bumped straight into them. So they're a C rank as well, so they should be nice and easy. They actually look really cool. Nice colouring on them. Only 10 renowned for this one as well. Not doing much damage to them, is it? We don't have to worry about a stagger bar or anything either, because there's loads of them. They don't have a stagger. Whoa, calm down, mate. That's two of them gone. Oh, that leaves one.
Let's try.
Probably had a bit more trouble with that than I really should have, but screw it. A win's a win, I'll take it.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Nice. There, we could just go and make for Dravost. I press the right button, which is straight up there, so bring you back when I'm there.
Come on.
It looks like we made it. Obelisk has been activated too.
Be safe. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just don't go starting anything with the chief.
Can't promise that.
Yeah, I'll promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Took the same approach I was going to say.
Much obliged.
I was going to say I suggest you open the gate or I'll backhand you, but...
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
The forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
Fine, if you don't speak to me, I'll kick his chickens. They're actually like...
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Yeah, there. I was going to say, is there actually a merchant I could speak
like
to
to
and
see
see
my
what they
wares?
got?
May we meet again?
Oh, I was going to high potion myself. Oh, I see a chest. Yeah, I was going to high potion myself and then buy another one, but since I'm in the town, it won't let me.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep
Seems
the
like a
gates
nice
closed,
chat.
I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did? Fuck! We're getting nowhere! These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless!
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
This town is full of people who want a backhand, I swear.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Like the way they don't give you the option to tell him to shut up before you punch him in the jaw.
Why hasn't Papa come back yet?
Hey mate, I'm Sid the Outlaw. Speak to me like that again. I'll elbow you right across the eye.
The forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces. So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those
Got on
things
his
for
eyes, they're
us.
creepy as shit.
They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favor and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August?
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Karava.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Could have seen this coming a mile off. Got a job for you two. Go kill something. There's a salamander about. Was that a salamander?
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Yes. Mess that up. Mess the whole thing up, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to be easy to take down. Not exactly the cleanest salamander kill in the world, but level up. It means I don't have to heal myself.
I dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows. Back to the stables, Carl.
Got your skin, Blackthorn.
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There you go, bro. Show him how it's done.
There should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said.
Yeah, you better.
That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravost needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Oh, back to the hideaway, is it? Give me my crafting recipes. There's another plus symbol down there.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Have some pit coal cinder, mate.
Pit coal cinder? How'd you come by this?
Your boyfriend gave it to me.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
Ooh, what do I get? New sword? Ouroboros design draft. This diagram detailing the steps to craft a belt to end all belts, necessary for crafting the belt of Ouroboros. Ooh. That actually sounds intriguing. Guess I'm gonna have to complete a hunt that we don't actually have access to yet.
What do you want?
It's legendary too, but yellow. I assume that means legendary. We need stone tongue and a comet feather. So obviously comet feathers from the chocobo hunt that we've got, but stone tongue? We haven't actually got that one yet. Gives us 6 more defense and 14 more defense, sorry, and 6 more health.
And?
Yeah. Well, looks like we can move on now to the next side quest, which is down there, but we'll have to pick that up in the next episode because this one's been going on for a while. So, as always, a massive thank you for those of you who are watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you join me in the next one for some more Final Fantasy 16.